I welcome everyone to my channel. And again, Stories from Life. A novel that will change your life. Martha Shields' right pointing arrow, hope for happiness. He and his partner Alan Townsend were the owners of Pony Investments. The magazine article spoke mainly of Mr. Townsend as the most popular bachelor, and it was about him that the employees of Whitaker and Associates chatted non-stop all week. Claire had no interest in Mr. Townsend, especially after seeing his photographs. Typical playboy. Yes, she was interested in photos of Jacob Anderson. He wasn't as handsome as Alan. But Claire was immediately struck by the look of loneliness in his eyes. She even dreamed that she could help him. However, this rich man is as out of reach as, say, Tom Cruise. However, work in his company is quite real, and the chance to talk about it was in her hands. As she stood there blinking and not knowing what to do, the elevator doors began to slowly close. The man held out his hand to stop them, and sharply asked, "You down?" Those words brought Claire back to reality. On any other day, she would have given anything to be in the same cockpit with this man. But today, no, her appearance was in no way suitable for talking about work. Her shoes were soaked, her French braid hair was disheveled, and her makeup, if there was anything left of it, was probably smudged. In any case, the view is not impressive. She'd like a nice suit now. Costume. Damn it, she'll have to wear costumes. At the thought, she was about to step back and wave goodbye to Jacob Anderson. But, remembering her problems, she decided that she could endure the costume as well. It was impossible to miss such an opportunity. If she could make a good impression on him, maybe he could put in a good word for her with his partner Townsend. After all, it was he who hired consultants and specialists in the financial part. Muttering "thank you," Claire entered the elevator. Yes, in real life it is better than in photographs. Although you cannot call it beautiful in the conventional sense. The elevator moved silently down. There was such an overwhelming sense of strength from the man standing next to her that Claire trembled involuntarily. Her heart was beating wildly. It's just nerves, she told herself. Fear of the thought that now I have to talk to him. His broad shoulders and determined chin have nothing to do with it. Are you in the parking lot? His deep low voice frightened her. Sorry? He pointed to a row of buttons near the elevator door. No, hall, please. Claire felt herself blush involuntarily. Caught staring at Jacob Anderson. What is it with her? This has never happened before. Before her resolve had finally left her, Claire held out her hand impetuously. Mr. Anderson, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Claire Eden and I am a financial consultant for Whitaker and Associates. Dark brown eyes scanned her from head to toe. I apologize for my appearance. But I got caught in a downpour on my way here. Mr. Anderson, I really want to work at Pony Investments, and I hope you can help me meet Mr. Townsend. His face turned to stone. You don't read newspapers? Since he never shook hands with her, Claire lowered hers and rubbed it embarrassingly on her wet skirt. I was out of town for 3 days. And what? He seemed to be struggling with himself painfully. A few seconds passed in tense silence, then he asked, "What would you do if you met him?" Embarrassed by the sudden surge of feelings, Claire answered hesitantly. I would tell him how, with my help, he can make better use of Pony Investments' money. No, she blinked. No, and all? That's it. She had never met such a rude person before. Even the brothers looked like angels to Claire compared to him. She was already ready to snipe something in response, but she restrained herself in time and said diplomatically, May I ask why? He turned to the elevator door. Of course you can ask. Claire froze in place in surprise, but only for a second. With two cowboy brothers, she was no stranger to such antics. She took a deep breath and opened her mouth to properly rein in this impudence, but the cabin suddenly plunged into pitch darkness and abruptly stopped. Losing her balance, Claire grabbed onto her companion. His steely arms grabbed her as he hit the elevator door with his back. Then they both collapsed to the floor. When she came to, Claire found herself lying with her forehead resting on his chin. A dim emergency light flickered on from the ceiling. Claire propped herself up on one elbow, brushing her hair back. What happened? Breathing heavily, she asked. Oh, the fall was obviously painful for him. What if he hit his head and is about to die? No, this cannot be allowed. She had had to help her brothers on similar occasions more than once, so she knew what to do. Without thinking twice, Claire ripped the shirt off his chest and began to massage his heart. Breathe. Well, breathe, please. Finally, air entered his lungs. He took several convulsive breaths. Claire moved away, relieved. Damn, he cursed, finally catching his breath. What the hell happened? A minute ago, this woman knocked him down, and now suddenly she sits on him, and even takes off his shirt. Gradually, along with the air, the memory returned to him. Storm. Probably the power went out. And the woman's swift action, if not saving his life, the danger was hardly mortal, then at least helped restore his breathing. Thank you. And what happened? Has the wind damaged the transformer? Jake frowned at the panic in her voice. More likely. Otherwise, the elevator would not stop. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Fine? We could be stuck here for God knows how long. Miss Eden, don't panic. She narrowed her eyes. Do not command, please. I'm not a child. Then act accordingly, he said sharply. This is too much. With a loud snort, she exclaimed, Look, you're just an impudent, rude, heartless type. Just like my brothers. No, you are 1,000 times worse. At least they look like people. At least they have something to do. I will never have a child in my life, do you understand that? Yes, you, of course, do not care about me and my problems. You have more money than all of Colorado. What are you talking about? Though she didn't scream, Jake sensed unmistakably that she was at her breaking point. You don't care that my car crashed on the way here. And now you don't know how much it will cost to buy a new one. Now I need a few thousand to get pregnant or I will never have children. And all this, for one salary of an economist. Could you? Yes, of course, you don't care that the brothers call almost every day and impose some cowboys on me as husbands. Yes, you just, she whimpered. Chapter 2. Jake didn't understand why her tantrum ended as abruptly as it started. But in any case, he was happy about it. Then it dawned on him that he was likely to spend the next few hours in the company of an insane person. A charming, but obviously crazy girl who wants to work in his company by all means. Everyone and always needs something from the head of Pony Investments. Suddenly Jake felt tired and exhausted. To be continued. If you liked the video, subscribe to my channel and press the bell to nothing don't miss.